Dear child, the angels are currently surrounding you with gentle care because they understand the prolonged quiet ache you have been carrying in your heart. They sense the unvoiced questions that reside deep within your spirit, particularly the one you have been silently asking repeatedly, whether your soulmate still recalls that singular moment, that profound feeling, that pivotal shift in time that transformed everything between you. You sensed it lingering in the energy shared between you both, like a soft echo that never truly dissipated. Even though life may have progressed, something within you continues to hold on. You have pondered whether they are also clinging to that memory, if they are still reaching for it in the same manner, if it still resides within them as it does within you. The angels wish to convey to you, with complete love and truth, that indeed your soulmate remembers. Not only do they remember, but that memory is very much alive within them. It exists not solely in their mind but also in their heart, in their emotions, and in the hidden recesses of their soul that they do not share with anyone. This memory is not fading, it is something they revisit, especially during moments of solitude, quiet, or when seeking clarity. It brings them both comfort and pain, reminding them of the love that once felt like home, reminding them of you. There was a moment, perhaps soft, perhaps joyful, perhaps even filled with unspoken words, that altered the rhythm between you. It was the moment when they felt something profound, something honest, something real. That moment may not have appeared significant to anyone else, but to your soulmate, it unlocked something within them that had been sealed away for a long time. It was a sacred moment, one they did not anticipate, one they were unprepared for, yet it is something they could never forget. It awakened a feeling they were unaware existed, a feeling that revealed to them. The significance of your presence was profound, they were deeply affected by you. They felt secure and understood in your energy. They recall how your love required nothing in return, you never demanded they prove their worth. You embraced them as they were, making them feel accepted, cherished, and genuinely seen. Perhaps you listened to them when no one else would, or looked at them with gentle understanding when they believed they did not deserve kindness. It might have been simply the essence of your presence that allowed them to stop pretending. Whatever it was, it fostered an environment where they could exist freely and still feel loved. That moment transcended mere memory, it became a reflection of their true selves and the love that was attainable. However, with that truth came fear. That moment revealed not only love but also the magnitude of what they stood to lose. It illustrated the meaning of true vulnerability, and for someone who had long guarded their heart, it was overwhelming. The intimacy, the safety, the emotional depth felt both beautiful and frightening. They were uncertain how to navigate it, unsure if they could reciprocate your love. They questioned their strength, readiness, and healing. Instead of embracing the moment, they withdrew, stepping back and falling silent, not out of indifference, but because their feelings were too intense. The love was overpowering, and they were unprepared for it, fearing they might ruin it, disappoint you, or expose themselves in a way that they could not match the love you offered with the same clarity and strength. Thus, they distanced themselves, not from you, but from the part of themselves that was not yet ready to accept the gift they had received. Now, they bear the burden of that choice, which lingers quietly within them like an unanswered question. They replay that moment, pondering. What could have transpired had they been more courageous, had they chosen to remain, had they opted for love instead of fear? That memory is not lost, it is a vibrant part of their existence. They revisit it repeatedly, pondering why it still causes them pain, why it continues to radiate, and why it still beckons them. Although they may not express it outwardly, internally they are still striving to comprehend the profound emotions they experienced with you. You provided them with something pure, something genuine. You became the sanctuary where their soul felt acknowledged without the need for words. You were the individual who introduced tranquility into their emotional turmoil. Even though they may have fallen silent, and despite the distance or time that may have intervened, that memory remains alive, still glowing softly like a flame they safeguard in the shadows. They may refrain from discussing it, yet they return to that moment as one would visit a hallowed site, not to dwell in sorrow, but to recall who they were in your presence, to remember the sensation of being emotionally secure and wholly accepted. Additionally, there exists a lighter memory they cherish, one filled with joy, laughter, and presence. It may have been a celebration or a serene moment of intimacy. It could have been a gathering with others where your gazes continually met, or a time when it was merely the two of you, enveloped in a simple connection that required no grand gestures to feel impactful. That moment revealed a side of them that felt liberated. They may not have recognized it at the time, but upon reflection, they realized just how open they had permitted themselves to be with you. They recognized how effortless it was to be in your company, how natural it felt, and how profoundly they had lowered their defenses without even intending to. This realization frightened them as well. It made them aware of their vulnerability. They recognized how rare such a connection truly is. For someone who had spent a long time shielding themselves, that level of openness felt perilous, despite its inherent beauty. Consequently, they retreated once more, not because the moment lacked authenticity, but because it was overwhelmingly real, precious, honest, and raw. Now, they carried both types of memories, the joyful and the painful. They recall the light, the laughter, and the closeness, as well as the silence, the distance, and the retreat. Above all, they remember the moment they failed to show up as you deserved. Perhaps they did not respond when you reached out, or they turned away when you needed them the most. Maybe they stood before you, unable to express what their heart longed to convey. That moment, that choice, continues to resonate within their heart. They reflect, I should have said something, should have stayed, should have chosen love. This is not merely a fleeting regret, it is a truth that resides within them, something they revisit repeatedly, especially in solitude. They envision your face in their mind, hear your voice, and remember how you looked at them with love, even as they withdrew. That memory clings to them, not to punish, but to illuminate what they fled from. It is teaching them, reshaping them, and healing them slowly, quietly, and profoundly. This is not a tale of indifference, it is a narrative of someone who was not yet prepared. You met them with light, while they were still concealed in shadow. You offered them love, and they were still in the process of learning how to release fear. You provided them an opportunity to heal, yet they remained apprehensive about the truth that healing entails. They were not rejecting you, rather, they were rejecting the aspects of themselves with which they had yet to find peace. Now, even though they may be silent and appear distant, they are still on that journey. The angels accompany them through the corridors of their own memories, assisting them in distinguishing between fear and love, and helping them discover the strength to accomplish what they could not at that time. They are not yet prepared, but they are learning, healing, and being guided. You, dear soul, are being encouraged to trust. Trust that your love was not forgotten. It resides within them, transforming them and becoming a part of their growth. Even if they do not express it, even if you never witness it, your love has become something sacred within them, something they carry, something they remember, something that continues to guide them home. You were never too much, you were the light, the softness, the peace amidst their storm. One day, when they are ready, not out of guilt, but out of love, they may return, not to repeat the past, but to start anew with gratitude, truth, and the love that never truly departed. The angels are embracing both of you with grace, patience, and profound divine love. Trust in that love. Trust that what is cherished with love always finds its way home. Dear one, the angels are softly surrounding you with their gentlest light because they sense your quiet yearning deep within. You have been clinging to a sacred question. Does your soulmate still remember that one beautiful moment, the one that resides in your heart like a secret light? The angels have heard your silent prayers and unvoiced hopes, and today they wish to share a simple, loving truth. Yes, they remember, more than you realize, more than they have ever articulated. Your soulmate still holds that memory deep within them. It was not merely a sweet moment or a transient feeling, it was something real, something sacred, something that connected your souls in a profound way. That moment you continually recall, the one that resurfaces in waves, was extraordinary. It represented a connection that made time seem to stand still, the kind that felt like home, not due to the location, but because of the bond you shared. You may have been laughing, conversing, or simply sitting together. It didn't require drama. It was quiet, gentle, yet powerful, making both of you feel safe, seen, and profoundly understood. Your soulmate did not forget. In fact, that moment continues to follow them like a soft melody that plays in the silence. It returns to them when life becomes burdensome, when they are alone with their thoughts, and when they yearn to experience that kind of love again, the kind you offered effortlessly. They remember your laughter, your warmth, and the way you gazed at them without judgment. They recall how, in your presence, they felt lighter, better, and more alive. They remember the version of themselves that existed solely with you, the version that felt deserving of love and hope. However, that moment did not only awaken love within them, it also stirred fear. When someone has endured deep hurt, real love can be intimidating. Your soulmate may not have known how to hold on to it. They may have withdrawn, gone silent, or allowed time to create distance. Nevertheless, the memory never faded. In fact, it became even more cherished over time. From a distance, they now comprehend how rare it was, seeing it more clearly and understanding its significance. That moment was not merely about emotions, it was about energy, soul recognition, and divine timing. You were simply being yourself, bold, soft, honest, and radiant, and that stirred something awake within them. You reminded them of the strength they had buried and the light they had forgotten they possessed. It was not that they did not care, rather, they were afraid of not being enough. Fearful that it might disappear, fearful that they could not meet you in your strength, even now as they pursue their own journey, they hold on to the memory, they hold on to you. That one sacred moment continues to guide them, even if they struggle to articulate. It brings them comfort, clarity, and hope. It serves as a reminder that love can embody peace rather than pain, that it can be gentle rather than burdensome, that it can evoke a sense of home. That moment still resonates between you. It has not perished, it has not diminished, it remains vibrant. The angels urge you to have faith that what you experienced was not unreciprocated, it was genuine, it was sacred, it was destined. Regardless of the passage of time or the distance they may travel, your soul carries the light of that memory within them. One day, when they are prepared, when they have healed, when fear no longer dictates their actions, they may return, not merely to the memory but to the truth it encapsulated. And when that time comes, it will not be out of confusion, it will be because they have finally grasped the significance of that moment. Until then, continue to shine, continue to walk in your truth, continue to believe in what you experienced, for what is real never diminishes, what is divine never vanishes. That moment was not merely a memory, it was a miracle, and miracles invariably leave an imprint on the soul.